Deep within every one of us is a level of the mind that's already quiet, silent. And in transcendental meditation, we access it.
So do you prescribe this to people now?
Yeah, well, I use it in my office for my patients all the time. They don't always take the advice. It seems too simple. And I'm not saying, listen, you know, if you don't have heart surgery, go out and do the TM, and I'll see you in a year if you're alive. You know, it's usually a bit more thoughtful than that, but as part of the comprehensive program, I mean, the data is actually pretty compelling. There have been lots of studies looking at TM. Without any question, it seems to reduce blood pressure as much as many prescription medications. And if I can give you a solution that reduces blood pressure, which is the #1 cause of aging, that doesn't require medication, I think we ought to take advantage of it.
What does the science say about what it does to the brain?
The brain, as you know, gives off electrical signals, and the pattern of that is called the EEG, and it has different waveforms. And this certain slow waveform is called the alpha rhythm, and it's associated with peaceful self-reflection. So TM is promoting this alpha power in the frontal part of the brain, and moreover, it's promoting something called coherence. That is associated with very great efficiency and effectiveness. Now, the really interesting part is it bleeds over into our everyday lives, so that the effects are not just while you're meditating, but they're prolonged and they're continuous.
Your prefrontal cortex now is activated. And now this is the CEO of the brain. This takes care of things like planning, strategizing, organizing, reining in impulsivity and creativity. This is also the fount of creativity. And you see this very interesting state of being alert but being restful at the same time. And that's when you really benefit because of increased creativity and increased productivity. All those things that you said spill out into the rest of the day.
You know things are going to come at you. But if you're just calm and you realize just that's what reality brings you. It brings you things you want and brings you things you don't want, and you just have to deal with that reality. And that equanimity and the acceptance of reality is something that's much easier with meditation. Meditation, more than any other factor, has been the reason for whatever success I've had.
I use it as a tool to make me more effective in the way that I manage my time. And the more that you do it, the more you feel different. And not different like, oh my God, I'm superior. It's just like, you know what? I'm a little bit more in charge of my destiny right now. I'm maybe a little less likely to feel tremendous disappointment or anger or anguish at the situation at hand in the restaurants. And it's more like it gives me a wider base from which to see more opportunities.
I think in the West, we think life is lived from the outside in. That we have all these signposts about going for more of this and more of that. And it's almost like trying to sit on a two-legged stool, money and power, and we're missing the third leg of the stool, which is about our well-being, first of all. That involves sleep and meditation. It should not be normal to end up with a heart attack in your 50s if you're successful. I mean, that should not be the price of success. It should not be normal to have 75% of our healthcare costs being because of preventable chronic stress-related diseases.
I think you're one of the people who's out there now making it cool to take care of yourself, and that's what we do in magazines as well, is we really teach women that it's okay to take care of yourself. I think we are turning that corner a little bit, where my kids were, you know, younger and they were after me for certain things and I felt like I had absolutely no time to get to them. I used to say to them, you know what, the mommy that you have right now is not the mommy you want, believe me. Give me 20 minutes and you will have the ideal mommy that you're much happier with.
What was really a revelation for me is that it's not only what it does for me personally, but when you walk into a room and you walk in with that calm, and with that different pace and rhythm, it has an impact on the people who are around you. And particularly if you're in a leadership position like everyone here, you set the tone, you bring it down, you are the calm, and you set that as the pace for the workplace.
You learn a technique, do it, incorporate it into your life, and then your family will benefit, your job will benefit, and most importantly, you'll benefit.
Bobby Roth, thank you for putting this together. Appreciate it.
Really good. Really good.
Thank you.